Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Bone Podcast, where we're discussing all things crypto market. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. We're going to get ready to shake our money makers today as we're looking at the meme coin landscape. We're seeing all kinds of movement over there. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the continued rally from the meme coins. We're going to talk about Mark Cuban potentially leading the SEC if we see Kamala Harris win the election. And we're going to look at a little bit of an opportunity this morning with Yolo Games opening up their single-sided LP for new deposits, something I've been looking at and haven't been able to get into yet, but I want to talk a bit about that and my thoughts about it. First, let's kick things off. Kicks is a little late today. We got me and Signal here holding down the fort. Sig, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I loved the music you were playing, but the outro felt like when you're at a party and then someone comes on and just pulls the plug and all the drunk people are like, whoa, and like the lights have come on and it's like this really abrupt stop in the music. You're like, what are you doing? Put the tunes back on. Yeah, you got to have that slow fade, right? We need a slow fade so the audience knows that the music is going to go away because you've got great taste in music. So we just need that slow fade and then we go. But great choice. And Moneymaker is the one to be playing because there is not many times when I read the weather report and I've got a token in there and it's like one of the best performers. So I'm feeling like a moneymaker right now. I'm feeling like I've been making some cash, which feels very good. And we're going to get into it. I don't know where Kix is, by the way. Can you just tell him to hey, pronto. We start at 9 a.m. Eastern here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do a wellness check on Kix. But this morning, it's not gonna stop us from having a little bit of fun and making some money. I'm gonna pull up BullX here. We're gonna play a little game. We're gonna play Ray loses money or makes money on a low cap meme coin. I would love some audience suggestions. What you guys think here? We're looking at Pump Vision on BullX right now. I'm gonna be looking at maybe some of these graduated or about to graduate coins and try to take a look in and buy something on the stream, and then we'll sell it at the end. I think make a little cash potentially. Jumping out right away is this flying penguin rocket. This looks kind of interesting.
Are taking my advice this week of you can swing a cat and the coin will go up. So you're swinging a penguin here and graduated. That chart, it's looking, I mean, I'm no TA. It looks like it pumped, it went down, it's in consolidation, and it's now going to go up or down.
Yeah, let's take a little look at the bubble maps here. Not too much going on. I mean, there's not very many holders all holding a decent amount of supply. I'm gonna pass on this. I think this one's not the one here.
No, I'm not liking that. Let's go back to the list.
Okay, what else do we got here? We got a couple about to graduate, but you can see
How
here.
About Meow? How about Meow? Because PopCat's been doing really well.
Okay, so this looks like it graduated 38 minutes ago. 39K market cap. We had a peak. We retraced, bounced off the initial support, lower high. We could be setting another lower high here. Not tremendous in terms of the chart on the 1 minute. Let's take a look at the bubble maps. Still a decent amount of supply consolidated between a few wallets. Let's take a look at their socials. Let's see what they have here. They do have a website, it looks like. A TikTok website. Meow the Rizzer.
TikTok is good because Mudang, originated from TikTok. So if they have 3.3 million followers, that can't be right. What?
So I think this is just they're linking to what the meme is about here. I guess it's this cat is the meme.
Gotcha. Okay. It's a cute cat.
Interesting meme. We just pulled back a little bit. I'm gonna throw half a soul at this. I think this is gonna be an interesting one. Maybe we'll take another one too. We'll do a little buy now, half a soul.
Stick to the well-known domesticated animals, obviously outlier being a baby hippo. But apart from that, domesticated animals tend to be been winners this season. So I like Meow. You can put my half soul in that as well, even though you've got the treasury, Ray. I'm leaving the buying decisions to you, the execution. So can you buy it right? And if you want to do another one, I'm with you to do another one.
Yep. I turned on auto sell. So I have some like auto sell here. Like it'll take profit at like 2x, 3x, 4x, etc. So we might sell during the show, but I'm just going to turn that on just like, so while I'm hosting, if it does have a crazy pump that I'll be able to sell part of my position and kind of like DCA out. That's a cool feature I like with BullX. Let's jump back into Pump Vision. Let's take another Another couple looks here. I like that call of Meow Sig. That was a good one. Um, Anything about to graduate that's like fairly new. Eve, no one problem on Earth. I don't know what that is. Eve, number one problem on Earth. Is just like an anti-woman coin. um, Ships, scared hippo. This is like a Mudang derivative.
I don't like that
Token.
chart. I don't
No,
like that chart.
I don't
No.
like that one either. I don't like that either. Also, anyone in the chat, like, feel free to drop a comment. Feel free to comment on X, and we'll take a look at some of those too if there's anything interesting here. Popchi, a mashup of meme cat of Michi and Popcat, both which are pumping now.
Pop sheet. Yep. I like the creativity on a name. It's very good. Surprise is nothing with like it's all animals, nothing to do. There's no culture. There's no something to do with Diddy, none of that stuff. No,
Yeah,
no,
so
no
like
politics as
speaking of
well.
animals, just like the Solana Zoo here.
Ooh, zoo. Yeah, yeah. I
You know
like it.
what?
It's like an index. It's like an index of animals. I actually could get into that. An index of animals. So you then don't have to have like a niche, dog, cat, hippo, you know. I like it. I like it as an index.
I like this chart too. This isn't a bad chart.
Mm.
We've tapped bottom a couple times. We're consolidating with a lower high, but I think there might still be room to run here. Let's take a look at the bubble map.
I like how bubble map is in the feature as well, that you can do that really quickly.
Yeah, very nice. All right, so not much linked. Some like some like heavy, heavy percent. Or always see this pretty early on these coins. Each bubble, for those who are looking at this the first time or who are listening, we're looking at the bubble map. It's basically a number of bubbles on the screen of different sizes. The bubble size represents how much of the token they own, and it also shows you percentages. So looking at the bubble map for this zoo token, the leading wallet here has like 3%, followed by 2.6, 2.3, 1.8. Not terrible in terms of like early distribution. You don't want to see this like late on a coin, but in terms of a freshly launched coin, distribution looks all right. There's not any links between wallets that potentially could have been owning a large supply and then sharing it across. I'm going to put another half soul into this one here.
I like
Probably
that.
buying a top wick here, but we're going to do a little half soul on Zoo as well. And we're going to keep that auto sell on. We'll monitor these two positions as we go throughout the show, but until then, just like praying for our bags. Pretty excited about this, and we're gonna talk about more meme coins later. Like, a ton of things are pumping. We'll get into that, during the show, and also we're gonna recap our meme coin Monday picks. Some big winners there from the show. But until then, how about we take it away with the weather
Yeah.
report, Sig? I'm gonna
Yeah.
continue checking on Kicks. Maybe we get him in. If not, me and you will hold down
We
the
just go
fort.
ahead. We just rock and roll because it is a Thursday, Thursday, September 26th. If we look at the crypto roundup, the majors are up on the day with Bitcoin over 64,000, slowly creeping up. Ethereum at 2,650, looking nice. And Solana, $153. The leading top 100 coin was WorldCoin, up 17% to a 1 billion market cap after news broke that OpenAI will be transitioning away from a non-profit. Saw Elon Musk calling Sam Littlefinger out there. Over the past 24 hours, top three stories. Well, firstly, meme coins have continued to absolutely cook, with the standouts Mother, Woo, Mudang, and Trump all up over 35% and crossing the 100 million market cap. WIF led the meme coin majors, up 13% to a 2.2 billion market cap. Secondly, PayPal announced support for business accounts to buy, sell, and hold crypto. They also mentioned their Solana-based stablecoin PYUSD in the announcement. And then lastly, stablecoin yield farming platform Athena announced their new USTB stablecoin. This coin will be backed by the BlackRock Build Fund in partnership with Scrutinize. Ray, that is all for the weather report. It is back to you in the studio. Did you see the fade out there? Do you see the fade out? What I did there? I didn't pull the plug on the audience, right? I didn't just stop the music abruptly and shine lights in their eyes. I slowly tempered and faded out to you.
That was a nice fade out. I definitely need to work on it. I'm basically just like fading it out in Spotify, trying to like slowly click it, but I guess I dragged it a little bit too fast. So that's interesting. Something I need to work on for sure. So meme coins are rallying. We'll talk about them a little bit later. First, I want to cover just this YOLO story because it's kind of time sensitive. If anyone in the audience wants to jump in, I'm going to attempt to, like, while we're running the show. but I don't know if I'm in position to at this point. It's been a very busy morning for me over here. This is something I wanted to get into, but basically the long and short of it is Yolo Games, which is a gambling platform on Blast. They have this liquidity pool, which essentially allows you to provide liquidity for their gambling games, and you earn rewards on the house take. So essentially, you're staking money to become the house. So if you ever wanted to become the house for like a sports book or a casino, like this is the opportunity that you can take. They've had like very good P&L. I've seen a lot of people posting that like this has been like a very lucrative trade for them. Basically, just earning more than the Blast native yield staking in here. So essentially, there's a single-sided LP and there's, I believe, a YOLO token LP that you can participate in. It opens up at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so about 45 minutes. They open up. It's first come, first serve. These usually fill out fairly quickly. So if you're interested in this, I'm going to be trying to get into this when it launches with a little bit of ETH just to earn yield and maybe diversify a little bit as opposed to holding just straight Blast and USDB and ETH on Blast. So opportunity here that I wanted to point out, show you guys opportunity to become the house. But yeah, have you played YOLO games at all, Signal? Have you participated? I know you've
Yeah,
been
I
in
played,
Blast.
yeah, during my Blast era, my Blast phase. I did some YOLO games. It wasn't, I have to say, it wasn't my favorite game to play on like in the Blast ecosystem. I thought there was more sort of like fun games to play. But they did really well. And I know a lot of people liked playing YOLO games. So actually, I think for anyone who's still in the ecosystem and was familiar with YOLO, this is worth looking into. But I probably won't be LPing that. Actually, not I won't be LPing that. Just because, like, there's too many opportunities in this space. And sometimes I feel like if you're just running around trying to put your money everywhere, you end up like not really focusing on having sort of the returns that you can get and you have conviction in. But let me know how your money goes, Ray. If you get in there, let us know, because I'm sure you're right. It is going to be competitive, because previously when other sort of competitors in the space have raised for pools, it fills up very quickly.
Yeah. Yep. I think I tried the first one and it was just like an instant like fill. And like even though I was there at the time of, I missed it. I missed the second increase. So this would be the third one. So I'll try to get in this one. And then like you said, I'll let you know like how it goes exactly. We have another story here that I want to touch on with the I don't know if you saw the Mark Cuban news talking about potentially being the head of the SEC for a Kamala Harris presidency. I'd be interested to see what that looked like. I've seen some different takes on this. Ryan Selkis was tweeting yesterday that like if Mark Cuban is going to be the head of the SEC, like watch out because he's going to try to securitize crypto and like regulate it as opposed to like letting the industry kind of have more like autonomy. Any thoughts on this story, Sig? Have you like saw this at all?
It's amazing the amount of like these kind of like entrepreneur celebs that get into really high positions in the US. It's we don't really get that in the UK, that you start off in like business, then show business, and then you end up being in these like really, really serious positions within government. I wish he was running with Trump, because if he was running with Trump, it would then literally be Shark Tank, right? Didn't they sit on the same panel for Shark Tank? Wasn't it Mark Cuban, Trump at one point? Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think it was, which would be hilarious if he had the president of the United States, former Shark Tank judge, plus Mark Cuban as the head of the SEC as a former Shark Tank judge. Look, I think there's going to be a lot of hats in a ring for this position. Right now, obviously, right now for Kamala, it sounds almost like she needs to have popular figures on her side. In the polls, she's trailing slightly behind. I still think it's a coin toss, whoever wins this presidential election. But she really has mainstream media on her side, a lot of celebrities on her side. And I kind of put Mark in that ring as sort of having like a friendly celebrity as the head of the SEC. If she wins, I don't think it will be him. I don't think it will be him. I think it will be someone else. But I just take this as sort of like light news. I don't think he has the qualifications to do it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I'm not sure if Trump was on Shark Tank. I know that Trump and Mark Cuban are pretty much at odds. I think Mark Cuban is fairly
Sorry, Trump was
heavily
you're
Democratic.
fired. Sorry, The Apprentice. I'm getting them
Yeah.
totally mixed
One of
up.
those game shows. You know,
Yeah,
we have game shows and then we just put them right into elected office is kind of like the requirement. So,
exactly. The
uh,
game show alumni. The game show alumni, basically.
yeah. I forgot to touch on this when we were talking about YOLO games. Just some news came out of Blast. I don't know. This is like a needle mover in the short term, but it's just interesting. They announced the global deposit layer, which basically allows you to deposit to any Blast address or DApp like from like centralized exchange instead of having to like have MetaMask and Bridge. So like essentially you can have these DApps that use wallet abstraction like Fantasy or Predicted that create a wallet that's like custodied and abstracted. You can basically just deposit from centralized exchange right into the app. So like you could potentially like use these on-chain apps without ever interacting with a wallet. Like you wouldn't need MetaMask installed to potentially like do like play fantasy top or play or like make bets on predict it. I think this is the way that mobile and blockchain is going to move in the future. Just being able to like take away all the points of friction from the user experience, like the wallet experience, while we're like used to it, is like very overwhelming at first for new users, and provides a lot of issues both in terms of like complications and security. Where like when you have access to that wallet, you could be signing transactions from like malicious sites. If you have no wallet installed and you're just interacting with DApps natively, it definitely is a cleaner user experience and a safer user experience. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this, Sig, or anything to add, but just an
Yeah.
interesting thing that I saw that like kind of got the wheels turning on the future of on blockchain.
Yeah, I think Blast is completely moving in the correct direction that they need to be going to essentially become one of the, a top L2 in the next 12 months. As I said earlier in the week, I really don't write them off as an ecosystem being dead. I think they're just building, attracting teams that potentially like attracting teams with their incentives so the teams have sticky products that people want to use. And one of these features, making liquidity come onto the chain easier, helps the entire ecosystem. I hope that I need to look into it, but my almost like one of my first thoughts is like, can that money come back quickly? Because earlier in the year, it was very easy to get money into Blast, but then I think it was like 14 days if you had used it was a long time. It was definitely more than 7 days for you to bridge your money out, as well as getting penalized on the way out. Obviously, with the gold, you lose all your points. And I think you were punished on the gold, if I remember. So I would hope that with money coming in via these payment layers, if you want your money to go out, it's as fast to go out as it is to go in. That's the kind of thing I think would make Blast stand out from other L2s and not sort of like try and make you keep your money there. That was really annoying as a consumer feature. But I like the direction that the ecosystem is building. And if they continue to attract teams that want to build there and want to be on this L2. And I think there are some compelling reasons to be on there. Blast is well worth an ecosystem, just keeping an eye on and just knowing what's happening there.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I was gonna jump in and just kind of mention the bridge experience. So this morning, actually, I bridged money from I went from Blast to Sol eventually into this BullX wallet that we're trading on today. They do have like options to bridge that get you out quickly and also for like low fees. I actually don't remember what I used this morning. It's been quite a whirlwind. But it was like basically no fee bridging Blast USDB over to uh, Base Die. Um, so like it was pretty much instant, and then I used another bridge to go from Base to Sol with low fees. So it's easier to get off now for sure. You can definitely do it quickly and without fees. Their native bridge does take time if you're going to go for like absolutely zero fee, but there are options out there. I know I talked about this, but like this is the like current onboarding flow for users when you're talking about like interacting with a DApp from scratch. It's like install MetaMask, go to Binance, withdraw ETH to MetaMask, like withdraw UST, go to the Blast bridge, bridge the ETH in, bridge USDT in, deposit into Predict because you need both the gas token and the USDB, and then now like with the global deposit layer, it's basically just go Binance, withdraw USDT right to Predict. Like so like it cuts out all of those steps and the complete wallet process. And I think this is something that's going to go under the radar, but is going to be how like other chains are going to operate. Like I can't imagine a world where people are required to have a wallet installed to interact with Web3. And I think this is kind of where we're going in the future. That's why I wanted to highlight it. Don't want to dive too deep into Blast. I know a lot of people who listen think we dive a little bit too deep, but I think they're doing some interesting things that are going to have like profound effects over the long term for Web3 in general.
No, I love that. I love seeing all those steps just getting cut out. It was probably one of the most annoying features in terms of time invested in the Blast ecosystem was when you were using other apps and then you had to go and use their specific wallet, and then you had to import that wallet into your MetaMask wallet, or whichever wallet you're using. It was just, and then you had to remember that particular address belonged to this particular app. It was, all of it was tiny steps at the time, but when you're compounding that over 10, 15 apps, it was very mentally exhausting. So to see them actually implement those kind of steps, so you're removing like 10 other things you need to do, is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, love to see it. And why don't we just jump right into like the meme coin talk today? Like meme coins have been absolutely pumping, including Zoo, which I'm now up on. I'm in the green on Zoo here.
Not I.
We are in the green on Zoo here.
Thank you.
Absolutely, a great 10% cook.
Are
right
we
now.
graduating? Are we graduating together, Ray? Or
this is already graduated. We already graduated.
We already graduated. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
graduated, and now it's kind of just ranging. But meme coins in general have been absolutely cooking. Looking at my watch list here, Pup's up 55% on the day. Mudang 44%, again up over 100 million. You see some other coins here. Comma's up 40%. Fight, a Trump coin, up 42%. Toshi on base up 39%. Toshi has been cooking over the last couple of days. I'm not sure what's going on over on base, but like this could potentially be the next big runner. Oh, big wick there. So this was almost at 100 million this morning, but had a nice 20% drawdown here over the last hour. This has been cooking over the last 2 days. Not sure what's going on here. I think Toshi's Brian Armstrong's cat, but it could be a potential play to like dethrone Brett. I know there's a lot of people who talk about Brett being like a cabal coin. And that like a lot of like no one who knows anybody who owns Brett. Like it's all like kind of centralizing cabal. I'm going to bring up the bubble maps for this, but have you looked at base meme coins at all, Sig, or is there anything over there?
I own a couple. I do own a few of them, Brett being one of them. I own more Solana meme coins than I do base meme coins. But I mean, right now, I know I'm going to be repeating myself, but I really feel like as we see the majors tick up nicely, we now got Bitcoin sitting over 64, Ethereum lagged, but has now been, is actually catching up and being one of the best performers of the last week. Solana increasingly doing well. Meme coins are also moving up, and we've had so much sell-off and consolidation over the past, I want to say sort of like 3 to 4 weeks, that they kind of are in a really solid foundation to be able just to have the next leg up. And the ones which they're old names, but they're coming back. You've got Whiff, you've got Pepe, you've got Brett. All of these have just come back, and they've come back very strongly. And what I feel about this whole year in terms of meme coins is that even though we've had our ebbs and flows, and sometimes it peaks, sometimes it goes down, it's remained an extremely sort of defensive place to be. Even though some of these tokens have got absolutely crushed, it's remained defensive in terms of attention. It is somewhere that people still want to be able to gamble into. And even when we've had lulls, people are like, okay, this is not the time to be trading coins, but when the activity comes back on the majors, that we're going to go back in. So this, like, since basically Singapore token 2049 and Solana breakpoint, we've just seemed to have come out of this sort of like lull into this really strong environment for meme coins to perform. And it's nice. I was in Kamala. I had it. I owned it a long time ago. And then I sold it. I think I sold it after she was nominated. So unfortunately, I'm out of that. But I'm still in Mother, which I'm so surprised has done as well as it did. I actually thought it was going to die a bit. But then I was thinking, Iggy is the only celebrity in the space who basically hasn't rugged and done, like a Caitlyn Jenner. We've had so many of those types of rugs, but Iggy is the only one who hasn't. Then she was at Solana breakpoint, obviously meant to do the debate, didn't do the debate. If if she stays in the conversation as a meme coin, I think she'll lead the celebrity vertical. There's no, like, I can't think of another celebrity off the top of my head in the meme coins who probably is getting the attention she's getting right now. So I like it, and I'm gonna keep that bag for now and just sort of see how it performs and what she gets up to. What are you in, Ray, at the moment?
I'm not in much. I'm in zoo. I mean,
Well done, doing well.
honestly, I'm mostly in like ETH Soul stables right now. Like I haven't been doing heavy meme coin trading. There were a couple interesting tweets too, like for Mother. Like while we're on the topic there, Ansem has really been pushing him on the timeline. Arthur Hayes as well. I'm trying to bring up Iggy's chart picture. It was absolutely on point yesterday in terms of what kind of chart we're looking at. So like I'm scrolling Twitter right now, looking at her TA. I'll find it here in a second. But it's been like interesting to watch it move as like some of these bigger players are shilling. So like Ansem here tweeting like talking about Motherland, Dream Vault, the cell provider that she's been into. Like you're seeing Ansem and Arthur Hayes jumping on this one. I think the last time they collabed for a meme coin, it was actually Pups when they both were talking about about the same meme coin. Yeah, here it is. Here's the TA. Bullish bottom signal confirmed.
I know
A
when you
little
say TA and you're talking about Iggy Azalea, it just has a different meaning. It doesn't mean TA in the normal sense. But it's funny when you're in a coin and Ansem and Arthur Hayes are pumping it, and you're in before they were pumping it. It feels really good. When they're pumping it and you're not in it, you're just like Ansem and Ansem and Hayes. Everybody talks really bad about them. Anyway, look, I'm in it for different reasons, but like moving away from Mother, I think if you just look at the fact that you have coins like Moondeg, which have essentially have this really big TikTok presence, and we don't have many meme coins which have managed to sort of crack the nut on TikTok and be able to actually ride momentum that we haven't really seen. So I still think that this one is going to be an interesting one for at least the next couple of months. Is obviously I would imagine this could probably go up a little bit too quickly, then crash. And then after that crash, you kind of want to see what happens to it. Does it completely sell off? Does it just consolidate? I think it has enough attention and momentum as to keep it to keep attention on it, to see whether it'll be one that sticks around. And just in general, meme coins, if we're going into the whole like Bitcoin, PO is saying Bitcoin at 80K by the end of the year. Well, if that's the case, that means altcoins are going to be absolutely sent. And this is when I feel comfortable being in them and thinking, okay, so which of the established names would I want to be in? Because as much as I love Zoo, Ray, and I think it's a really good call by both of us, which will make us phenomenally rich this quarter. You kind of have to think, yeah, but is it going to be around in the next 6 months? That's kind of how I'm thinking about meme coins over the next sort of three to 4 months as we go into the end of the year.
Yeah, I just bought some Mudang, and I'm gonna put in a limit order for Mother at 120 million.
Ooh, you're coming into the mothership.
Yeah.
I like it, Ray. I like it. You got to get in there. Look, you can't fade Iggy. You can't fade Iggy. Look, at the end of the day, you got an attractive, talented woman in meme coins, basically the talk of the party after Singapore. I think she can ride this momentum for a little while longer. And we'll see her turning up more at conferences and probably doing something along the lines of what she did before. And she's a completely different vibe to the rest of the stuff that's out there. I think that's what her edge is in this space. As a personality, she has something that a lot of other people don't, in so many different ways, and she has a track record of actually having a good career, having good businesses, and now she's bringing her attention over on meme coins, and that's why I like it. But I don't want to talk about Mother all the time because there's so many other good ones out there. So you're looking at Frog now. Frog was one of the ones that who had Frog in their portfolio on Monday.
I don't think anybody did, to be honest. Nobody had Fog.
That is surprising.
Fix had like a frog-related coin in Peepoo, but that was not.
Yeah, that's
not
his coin though.
All right, so Fog here, taking a look here. My thoughts are, we ran and then we're started distributing for a bit. Couple higher highs. Now we've now gone back down. Couple lower lows here. Lower lows, lower highs. Um, I think this is another coin like Mudeng. I think Mudeng and Flog this cycle could be very interesting in terms of like longer term runners. I mean, we made a couple higher lows here, the little double bottom. I mean, we're looking at the 1 hour on a meme coin, a higher low here. So I might grab another solar Flog here. Um, see
I
how
like
we're
fog.
looking. Yeah,
I like fog as a
I'll hold
call.
this in the
Yeah.
next week. We can see how that looks. We'll sell a little bit at a 2x, but we'll do a nice little fog buy here. I think this is a good spot to buy. I'm a little happier buying here on the downtrend as opposed to Mother, but that's why I put the limit order in for Mother. So a little fog action too. I mean, everything right now, it feels like you can't miss in these scenarios. So I like when the market is like feeling like this, just taking a couple shots, even if it feels like it's late, just to have some exposure to some of these coins where you might be able to make a little bit. Crown is interesting. Crown is the token for Photo Finish, the Solana game. I've seen this bounce a little bit off the bottom. I think it's involved with their horse racing. That's a game that we've partnered with in the past. Their team is like very experienced in video game development. I think the CEO he actually created the hit stick in Madden. I don't know if you're familiar with Madden. He was a big part of like that game development. I saw this move a bit overnight. I saw a couple people talking about it on the timeline, how this could potentially be a runner or like a good app if we hit another bull market for retail. It's basically on-chain horse racing. That one interests me a little bit. Just caught my eye seeing it on this list. I basically just kind of have like a small curated list of different coins that have been like semi-relevant or have moved in the past. We talked a bit about WorldCoin. Did you see the news coming out of OpenAI with Sam Altman?
Yeah, yeah, and I loved Elon Musk's reply to it. That he's just becoming Littlefinger. The Game of Thrones reference there. Yeah, I saw that they will be moving from a non-profit into a profit. Um, I mean, again, it's an AI play. I don't have much in terms of AI coins in my portfolio. Um, I find it quite difficult to evaluate which ones potentially are going to do well and which ones are oversold. It's not something that I feel comfortable sort of putting my money in. If I did, I would just sort of take, X amount of money, just split it up and then throw however much at each coin and then just kind of hope and pray what happens to it. This one potentially, I mean, that is a beautiful chart. Gotta say that is a beautiful chart. It's just up only on that last bit. Um, but I'm not going to be putting like a large amount into AI at the moment. Do you have any AI tokens, Ray, at all?
I don't. I kept saying like, "Hey, they've already ran," but
Mm-hmm.
I actually was reading an article from June on AI yesterday. It was definitely like caught my eye looking at some of like what they were talking about when potentially like AI could like reach like super intelligence and like and AGI. And they were saying basically this article saying that AGI by 2027, super intelligence shortly after. And this was made in June, and like they were basically like saying like, hey, by 2025 or 2026, we could have AGI machines that are outpacing like college graduates. And if anyone's been paying attention, we just saw OpenAI release the O1 preview, which like basically has like the reasoning level of like a PhD student. So like even these like bullish, like very like aggressive timelines for like AGI 2027 or AGI like next year super intelligence 2027, like they're being outpaced. Like they're like theses are being outpaced by the growth of AI. So like we've already surpassed this, and they were saying like it might be 2025, 2026 until we get like college graduate level um like intelligence, and we're kind of already there. So like AI is definitely an interesting sector that I'm watching. It probably should just like really put a good chunk there at this point. But the thing is, I haven't done enough research on individual AI coins. I'd love to hear like anyone in the comments who like has like a decent resource or like a coin that they're looking at in terms of AI that could be interesting. I know like I'm familiar with like the top coins, but I don't know like the differences in like which one I should jump into. So it's something I want to take a deeper look at. But I think that maybe even just doing like a basket portfolio with like 3 or 4 of these coins, like might just be like a no brainer. Have you looked at any of the AI coins?
No, no, I haven't. And also as well, it's like companies like Nvidia have been around a really, really long time, but they actually only got into the conversation, I want to say in the last let's say last 3 to 4 years. It's kind of been in the conversation as their performance of the company has just done phenomenally well. And it's really hard. And well, for me, I find like unless your attention is on it and you're researching these companies and you know like what and also you have to understand what it is they're producing, like what makes their set of technology different from somebody else's set of technology. When you're reading on a website and they're saying that, we do XYZ, and another company is saying we do XYZ, how do you differentiate how good their AI offering is? And that is one of the reasons why I haven't really delved into AI. I think as an investor I don't have an edge, and I would be following the trend of XYZ person who I think is an authority on AI is saying that this protocol is the one that you should go in. But I would rather, like personally, I'd rather invest in like blockchains, and I feel like I have an edge in blockchains rather than going into AI. Although those two paths will most likely, be like more and more in the future will be coming together. So I kind of need to get my AI knowledge up and running. I think, right? I think that's the basic. The moral of the story is that you can understand crypto, but you kind of now need to start understanding what the AI offering is. So when these two sectors continue to converge, at least you have some kind of idea of what companies are actually offering.
Yeah, this one seems like Bachelor Society share this one. Enk AI lower market cap, 25.8 million. No idea what they do. Apparently, Coin Market Cap doesn't either. So I have to dig like deeper into some of these. Yeah, I think a basket with like higher, like a couple high market cap, and then just like looking at some lower market caps could be interesting.
Yeah, I also, sorry, I know like we're focusing on like, token stuff, but I wouldn't take exposure in this way. If I wanted to be in AI, I would go through some kind of ETF
Nvidia.
fund. No, I mean obviously Nvidia, but then I have exposure through Nvidia in indexes, so you're kind of got part of that magnificent eight. But I would personally go through a fund. I would go through some kind of ETF, some kind of tech AI fund, which I'm sure your local broker will be able to tell you. BlackRock have this or Fidelity have that. That's how I would get my exposure to AI, because that the companies that have been put into these indexes are actually got a real offering, got a real product, and actually building something. And even if you didn't catch the equivalent of Nvidia at the beginning because it wasn't in the index, you would catch it on like it going up, right? And you wouldn't have to be there doing the research yourself, having to figure out, okay, which individual protocol or company do I want to actually bet on. It's another way of having exposure to a sector and kind of just relying on the big brains within finance to be able to like, okay, this is the top 100 and this is the index that we're going to sit on. A bit like zoo, Ray. That's why we're in zoo, because we don't want to bet on one individual animal. We just want to be like, here is our basket of animals. Whichever one does well, it comes out of zoo. That's how I'll be doing it for AI, just taking
Yeah.
a basket of goodies.
Yeah, really happy with the zoo position. Having all the animals under one umbrella. I think that may be the investment that's gonna just retire me right there. Just Stefano here says DeFi agents are the future. I would love to figure out how to get exposure to DeFi agents in a basket. I think that is absolutely true, and I think that is like the closest integration AI is going to have with crypto, because DeFi or like AI agents are going to want to transact. We've talked about this before, but they're going to want to like use platforms to like do different things. Like they might want to hire like a graphic designer on Fiverr. They may want to like purchase like cloud storage on Amazon, and having DeFi agents that are using crypto rails to like access different like services that they need is going to be super interesting. I'm not seeing a ton of people talking about that at this point, but it's something that I think is coming, and it's coming faster than people believe. Just follow us. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look here. Fungi agent, just a fun. I'll take a look over. See what you're building after the show. Would love to chat a little bit more for sure. Definitely AI definitely interests me, and the intersection of AI and crypto is very 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 interesting. Let's take a look back over at BullX. Let's find out like how we're looking here on some of these positions. What happened here? Those are just limit orders. They haven't hit. Zoo's up 46%. Is that right? Are we up 46% on Zoo right now?
Seriously?
Look at that.
Told you, man. It's all
Very
about the
nice.
basket. It's all about the basket of animals. That's the thing. That's the thing. I love it. How is the what's the other one called? The cat? Something to do with the cat?
Yeah, the other position we have. It's probably one of these ones that's down.
Meow. Was it meow?
Yeah, it was Meow.
It
Was
was
it Meow?
meow. Yeah,
Oh,
it was
also
meow.
up big. Look at this one.
Look at that.
Let's
Look
go.
at that. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Let's go.
This
All
is
right,
the
so we got
season
it,
of
35.
swinging a cat.
Am I
There you
out
go.
already? Did I hit a limit order? I might have set this advanced sell up too late. Like after I bought, so it might not be tracked because I think I should have sold 50% of the position already based on where I bought. So I'm just gonna do a quick market sell here. Like part of trading is just making sure that you can get out some of your initials. I'm gonna sell 25% here. Quick 25%. Leave the rest for a moon bag at the end of the show. But yeah,
Okay,
nice one.
so
So two for two
well,
so far.
2 for 2. So I'll be
Trim that when I
taking
was
my
correct.
my 2 and 20, please. Can I take my fee, my 2 and 20? Because I chose those two. So can I get the credit where the credit is due? Send the profits over. I'll ping my address in the private chat.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll just need to send me over that address. Once we fully exit, we'll get you your cut over there.
Why,
So.
why am I not confident with the way you just said that?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna hold the rest. I'm not selling my whole bag here. I'm not dumping on any audience members who would have bought. I'll sell just a quarter of the bag. We're gonna hold the rest for a little moonshot towards the end of the show. But love to see that and like making me like want to check pump fishing again, honestly, to see what else
It's quite
we
addictive.
find.
It is.
Let's go
It
back
is
to the
quite
well.
addictive.
Taylor Swift
Wow.
graduated 6 minutes ago. I don't understand this one. It's a picture of a dog. It says T Swift. Dev bought. Dev hasn't sold yet. Looks like it's basically going to zero at this point.
I'm not. No. There's nothing Swifty. There's no Swifty news at the moment, unless I've missed her engagement or something. But
tape Pepe. So like a little play on the banana tape to the wall.
Okay.
This one's an interesting chart.
Mother's like that chart.
Signal's been killing it with the meme coin calls.
I know. And Pio completely just was like, man, mother. And I'm like, I knew what I was talking about. I could see her potential. What else do we have?
We got Fu Wan getting close to graduating here on a big pump.
Oh, a panda.
Oh yeah, this is a panda. Oh, it's migrated. So it just migrated. It just spiked and migrated. I was gonna try to get in here before the migration.
Yeah,
but
I would have.
We're gonna favorite this one. We're gonna take a look at this one here in a couple minutes. But before we do, let's take a look at Memecoin Monday. We'll do a little recap. I think Kix is just MIA, so we're gonna send out the search parties to find him. But we're gonna go over the results from Memecoin Monday. We're gonna talk a little bit about how we did there. I brought up the rear here. I failed pretty miserably in an up only market. I only made 11% on the day. I took Kate. My strategy was basically look at my watch list and figure out what was down on Monday and then just take those coins. Kate's up or down after my pick, down 14.2 million to 12.6, down 11%. I also took Dev. My Dev is the dog, that coin. My dog is the Dev. I don't see it here.
That's bullish when you don't see it.
Yeah, but this coin went from 4 million to 5 million, up slightly, up 25%. So I made about 14%, or sorry, 11% on the week. Hicks took Moo Dang, an absolute cooker. He took Moo Dang at 43 million. Solana meme coin Moo Dang up 43 million to 117 million at the time of the show. My buy is looking pretty bad now, down a little bit there.
So he he had Peepoo and Moodang.
Yeah. So then he also took, unfortunately, he took Peepoo, which went from let's see here, 30K market cap to like $30. So he went down 90% on that, but he was up over 100% on Moodang. So he finished up 82% overall. pretty
Only
good.
Kicks.
But
Only Kicks could pick a coin that goes down 90% and his other coin goes up over 100%. Unbelievable.
yep. But Sig, you took the cake here. You took Michi
Yes.
as your first coin, and then this one ran from 43 million to 100 and where we 136 million over the week. A nice 83% gain. Look at that. Look at that chart there. 83% gain, up only since you made the call. And then
You
you also
can't.
took
Do
a
you know
nice.
why? Do you know why? You just I want to. You can't fade. You can't fade the cat. The amount of restaurants I go to or windows when I walk past and I see that cat and that cat sees me and we just look at each other like, I got you. I got you. And then when the coin is down, I look at it in restaurants and I'm like, yeah, yeah. I know we both feel bad right now, but I know you're gonna come back. It's such an iconic, like I don't even know what to call it. Like an iconic feature that you see in so many places around. I feel like you just can't fade Michi because of that.
Yeah, unreal pick. All the cats are pumping. We saw Popcat over 1 billion in market cap, like holding steady there. I think we saw like another coin, like another cat coin, like briefly surpass it due to a poly market bet earlier in the year. But this is like the first one to actually hold 1 billion, which is great to see. You also took Pepe. Pepe was your
I did.
second pick. A nice little safe pick here, a nice little safe gainer, 11 or 10% on Pepe, 3.4 bill to 3.8 bill. So total 93% up on the week for your two meme coin picks. Takes down the crown, edges out Kicks by 10%. Huge win for you, Sig. I think this is your second meme coin Monday win.
I know, feels good. Feels good. There was something in the air last week. You could just see that we were just like we were going to pop off. Pepe, I love. It's a household name. Let's just call it, a frog. Pepe is a household name. When the sector comes back, it's going to come back roaring. So we knew like the frog, I was like pretty happy with. And the cat, that was my like, if everything pumps, the cats pump, and one of my favorites is Michi. Obviously, Popcat leading the way, but I do like Michi and Mog. Who was in Mog?
Nobody was in Mog. No Mog. I was just taking a look at somebody in the comments said Mog next. Just Stefano Mog next. So I was taking a look at the Mog chart. I mean, it's been looking good. I mean, higher highs, higher lows. Like it's really hard to miss right now. With majors pumping, if they continue this pump, we're up 1% on the day. We're up 2% on the 7-day for Bitcoin, almost 8% on Ethereum, up 8% on Solana. If we continue to see the majors, especially Solana pump, we're going to see a lot of action here on the meme coins. It's going to be like one of those like can't miss seasons. Yeah, Michi gunning for 1 billion. Michi's looking good. But you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but there's two of us. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's do some more meme coin picks that we can revisit next week.
More meme coin. Okay, just give me just give me a couple of minutes. I
Yeah,
don't like thinking.
Take your time. I'm going to go through my picks. I'm going to take a
Okay.
look. I'm going to give some thought process here.
Two, yeah, we do our two.
Yeah, we'll do two. I would even be down to do three, to be honest. Just because there's so many like different coins that I'm looking at right now. I think first I'm gonna go with Fog. I just bought Fog. I think that Fog is like has a good chance to like continue this run. That chart looks like it's been consolidating nicely, has room to run on the upside. I see a lot of like solid interaction on Twitter from like big names in the space. A lot of people like it's one of those coins. It's like similar Mudang and that like people, even if they aren't in it, are like rooting for its success. So that's one coin I'm going to take here. I'm going to take a flyer on Toshi too. Like I might even be top buying this, but this feels like it could like, I have a feeling like this like could end up like vying for base meme coin, like top base meme coin. So like you never want to buy on like these, like huge moves, but I think that we could break out even further if we continue to pump. So this is going to be like a high risk, high reward pick for me. So I'm going to go with Toshi for my second pick. Third pick, I'm going to think a little bit about. I'm going to go through my watch list a little bit here, see what's interesting. Maybe we'll sort by like the biggest losers of the 24 hours, see what's down. So like Dev is now dropped down on the day. Nero, this is the Sol Nero. Not too interested here. Ether Vista, I think that's the platform with the launchpad on ETH. I'm not super interested in that anymore. So this is the Binance Nero listed here. I'd be interested to take a look at this one. Down a little bit on the day, 438 million. Do we see like the new Doge essentially hit 1 billion? And like when do we see that? I mean, Retrace up, retrace on the daily. I could see this being an interesting play. I mean, it could also just go to zero. Euro is interesting to me. Fall being down is nice, a nice place to grab it. Nub, continue to see Nub on the timeline, but that was one that just kind of missed. I think everyone talked about Nub a good amount, especially Clemente, but I'm not super interested
Nah.
in Nub here. Turbo is interesting with AI plays. This one is like, I think also like kind of Cabal-ish, but when this thing pumps, it like really pumps. I'm gonna go with Turbo for my third pick. Another flyer, 2 flyers, and then one I'm pretty confident in Flog. So I'm gonna go Flog, Toshi, and Turbo for my 3 picks. Super interested to see what you're gonna take here, Sig. You've
I'm
been
gonna go
absolutely
safe.
on fire.
No, I'm gonna go safe. I want to go Mog, Kobe, and I kind of want to. Is there like a P Diddy one?
I haven't seen any P Diddy
Well,
coins. I'd
there
be
must
interested to
be.
see
There
from the
must
comments.
be a P Diddy one. There's just too much conversation around like what is going on, the tapes, like that coin. Even if it doesn't do well in the next week, I think it's like having Diddy exposure, not that kind of way, but like, you know,
Diddy
technical.
exposure. Gotta be
Having
careful,
technical
careful about what you
exactly.
say.
I think having technical Diddy exposure over the next say 4 to 6 weeks, Diddy oil. um which one has the largest market cap?
All right, so we're looking at 43. I mean, Diddy oil. Nice try. I don't know what this one is. A lot of Diddy oils.
There's a lot of
Lots of
Diddy
Diddy
oils, yeah.
oils here.
I kind of want to be in a Diddy token just for fun, just to like ride the news waves.
Not a lot of liquidity on any of these.
No, the lack of liquidity is not good. The
Honestly,
lack of
Diddy
liquidity is
the
not
Diddy
good.
oil might be the best one in terms of just looking at liquidity and market cap, but this chart isn't coming back. No.
No. We don't want to be in that. Okay, I'm just gonna pick my 2 for the week, which is gonna be Mog and Kobe.
We need a third say. You can't leave
A
me on
third.
3 and then no third one
Duh,
for
duh,
you. I know it's a lot of
duh.
pressure.
You know what? If we've got this like meme coins running, I think you've got like, let's call them the established ones, and then you've got the newer ones that came out this week. You've still got what's his name? Mando's. What was Mando's coin again?
Epic
Epic,
duck.
right? Yeah, how's that been doing?
Let's take a look. Take a look at the duck. We love the duck over here. Let's see. Well over the last that's a 5-minute chart. Let's go to the daily. So it looks like we might have found a bottom here for the duck at around 6 million. This is actually super interesting too. I'm gonna buy some duck here.
Yeah, okay. Epic is my third choice. So Mog, Kobe, and Epic.
Yeah, love to see it. Yeah, sell a little bit, keep the moon bag. See, that's what I like about it. Like it completely takes the like emotion out when you're using BullX. So each of these levels, if you're just listening, basically it's showing the graph and then it's showing my sell levels. You can automate sell levels with BullX and it'll automatically sell when you hit like certain thresholds. So I have it set to sell like 25% of the bag when it hits a 2x. And then like it kind of goes up. And these are very aggressive targets. So like this is basically what I'm using for like a long-term hold. Where it'll sell like incrementally up, like starting at a 2x. If I'm looking at like smaller caps, I should adjust them. I didn't adjust them on the plays that we made today because I didn't want to just like start selling the coins we're buying like either on top of our audience or like right away for low caps. But if I'm in low caps, I'd probably set like 30% gain, like to take out maybe initials and then ride the rest just to be safe. But with longer term holds, I like to use this automation where I'm selling at like a 2x, a 3x, a 4x, a 5x, and then holding a moon bag, etc. So love to see love to use BullX's features. Like they make it so easy to trade meme coins. If you want to sign up for BullX, you can go to bodalgos.com/BullX. Use our ref link. I believe you get a discount on fees for the platform, which definitely helps you maintain that P&L. Let's take a look at these positions, see where we're at here with Zoo and Meow. So I'm completely out of Meow now. Oh no,
Oh, we're out of. Oh, we're out. Okay, I was gonna say. So Meow, you sold what 25% of the bag on Meow, right? About 15 minutes
I
ago.
believe it sold 25%. I'll have to look into that. Let's go back to the 1 minute chart on Meow. Yeah, so I sold a little bit here.
Mhm.
Now we're down on the remaining bag. So I think I'm actually just gonna cut loss here. So I'm gonna sell 100% of Meow. I think we're gonna basically break even here. Um, so Meow, basically a break even. We can look at our history and see how we did on Meow overall. We put in 0.5, we made 0.52, so up 0.02 on Meow.
It's a good
Um,
day's work.
yeah, so basically break even there. I want to shout out Kashmir for saying that I completely lit Two Soul on fire at the beginning of the show, but it looks like we actually did pretty well here. We didn't hit. It looks like we wicked above, but didn't sell for Zoo. Zoo's now basically at break even. I'm gonna hold Zoo. I feel like I'm gonna keep this. This chart doesn't look terrible. I may actually DCA it in a little bit more here. Yeah, we're gonna
It's the index narrative, isn't it? It's very
yeah,
strong.
I like the index narrative, and I like where
Mm.
we're buying at on this chart. So I'm gonna buy more Zoo, and then I'll take a look at that throughout the day. If we hit these sell targets, but
So
love
will
this.
I, because it's a we coin. That was you and I, Ray, together on that. You did the TA. I came up with a thesis. We ran with it. Let's see where it goes on the zoo. But I'm liking it. I'm liking it as our last coin. And you got Mother and you've got Frog going into next week as well.
Yep, definitely gonna check them out. Yeah, solid positions there. I bought some
Mm.
Mudang. I bought some Epic. I bought some Flog. Mother, I set a limit order on, so I don't own Mother yet.
Okay.
Oh man, did you see Badogos launched the some people in in the Badogos Discord launched the Good Day coin
Good
back when
day. Love it.
with Clemente's on stream on stream accent with Nick and Kicks. That was a funny coin. That is down to 0 essentially, but just funny. I had to bring it up seeing it in my open positions here. Yeah, but I think that about wraps it up for the show. Absolutely love this show. Getting deep into meme coins, making some buys, making some trades, talking about what we're interested in, like longer term and like what we look for in short term trades. Um, Great show, Sig. Anything you want to add before we sign off here?
No, just bring that outro music in gently, and then slowly fade out. That's all. You know, we got to have these incremental improvements every day. You've been doing it now. You've got it. And I just want to hear good music. I don't want lights in my face. I don't want lights
All
in my
right.
face, Ray.
All right. Sounds
Yeah.
good. If you're listening, you can catch us on YouTube at on our YouTube stream, The Daily Bone. You can watch everything we're doing, see all the charts, see everything we're pulling up on screen, see our beautiful faces. You can catch us on any major podcast platform, Spotify, Apple, etc. Thank you so much for listening today, and have a great